very evil job today, everyone. You're the best handmaidens an evil queen could ever ask for, really. 10 out of 10 job. Thanks to you guys, my Vizia says crime is both way up and way down. Not sure how that works, but hey, that number crap is their job. That's enough evil for today, though. Make sure you guys go home and get well rested. Can't do much evil on less than 8 hours of sleep, after all. Go. Unwind a bit. Ninja maids, don't forget to leave your weapons with the armorer to have the blood and guts properly removed. I know it's annoying, but we've got to keep those clean. And for those of you in the Dark Magic Study Group, there will be no lessons tomorrow. Instead, I'm giving you homework. Your assignment for the week is to get together and put a really nasty hex on my vizier. You'll be graded on creativity, cruelty, pettiness, and general panache. Oh, and make sure they fill out this form afterwards. That dweeb loves filling out forms. Now, off with you. Oh, and Jacqueline, hang back a sec, I'd like a word. Yes, Jacqueline, I'm not upset with you or anything. You're one of my best handmaidens. You're stylish, efficient, cruel, and handy with a machete. Everything I could ask for in a servant. It's just, I'd like to give you a little feedback, if that's okay. Yes, and again, I'm not mad, just concerned. I've simply noticed that it seems you have no current plans to overthrow me and take over the kingdom for yourself. Correct me if I'm wrong. I told you this during orientation, but I'll repeat it. I expect all of my handmaidens to be plotting against me at all times. Try teaming up with Janet. She's got a really evil plan. She's been smuggling a whole ass trebuchet in here piece by piece. I am beyond excited to see what she's going to do with it. All right, have an evil night. What a hard day's work. Nothing is quite so satisfying as a good day's evil. It ain't much, but it's dishonest work, as they say. Time to unwind a bit. Gotta take a break. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just gonna slip out of my work clothes. E pluribus unum. Pajamas. There's no feeling like lounging on a throne in your PJs. Let's sink into a very threatening slouch. I should kidnap my florist for some cuddles. That sounds rather nice today. Should I? Oh, I really shouldn't. Which is why I should. Evil is so complicated sometimes, alas. Screw it. I want some snugs, and I shall receive snugs. Whether they like it or not. And I know they shall like it. Ab urbi condita. Behold, florist, I possess such power that I can pluck you across the city with but a word. Cower before my arcane might, fall silent in the face of my overwhelming dark beauty. Collapse at my feet and beg that your life may be precious in my eyes. Kneel. Kneel before I, your evil queen. I said kneel, dang it. I'm your queen/girlfriend, and I want to see some bloody prostrating. That's more like it, florist. That's more like it. I have called you here today for the darkest act of vile depravity known to man. An act so evil, even the eldest abominations of the farthest depths of the shadow realms have not seen its like. Nay, this act shall live in infamy for 10,000 years. Yes, yes, florist, you have no choice. Bend to my will, obey me, and embrace thy destiny. Give unto me my darkest desire, and fill the prophecy. Make me the little spoon. Don't you dare say that's not evil. It's the evilest thing ever. I don't need to explain. To the bed, now. Oh, would you like a muffin? One of my handmaidens brought them in today as part of her evil plan to ruin my diet. They're quite tasty. They're boysenberry. She also brought in some Cheetos. No? Well, I'm going to have one. Nom nom nom. Behold, florist, the place where the cuddles shall commence, my evil, evil bed. There are not too many plushies. There's totally still room for more. Plus, I get kind of anxious at night. Do you like this black dragon? It's my favorite plushie. It used to be a real dragon. Behold, dark Damien the Vile. Once upon a time his wings blocked out the sun. His claws rendered flesh, and his breath turned bones into ash. All cliché dragon boasts could be ascribed to him, and indeed they were. He ruled over this shepherd tribe up north in the big ugly mountains, eating sheep and kidnapping maidens, uninspired perhaps, but solid work nonetheless. So, eventually one of their guys came down and begged me to slay the dragon. Right? Do they take me for some kind of hero? But then he started going on and on about how evil this dragon was. So I asked if he was eviler than me. You know, gotta keep track of what the competition is doing. I can't afford to become complacent, after all. You might find this hard to believe, but the evil industry is very cutthroat. And this shepherd, this mountain yokel, had the audacity to tell me, the evil queen, that this glorified lizard was eviler than I was, in my own throne room, no less. Oh, I was livid. I saw red that day. Thought about turning that shepherd into a mollusk of some form, but I had something to prove. I mean, they were thinking that this dime-a-dozen dragon was worse than me? I don't work 60 hours a week just to get the fucking silver medal from an oversized iguana. He didn't even know any spells. He just flew around willy-nilly and relied on his fire breath to strike fear into people's souls. I've literally summoned dragons that could have eaten this one for breakfast and still been hungry. So I grabbed this insolent little shepherd by the ear, dragged him up the mountain with me, and made his whole stupid little village watch as I zapped the dragon into this plushie. Sure showed him, right? Freaking hillbilly. Wouldn't know evil if it stabbed him in the back. And then I took over their valley and reoriented their economy around tourism, thereby cheapening their cultural experience, making their town's industries overly vulnerable to economic stressors, and raising property values to unsustainable levels. Yes, isn't that right, little dragon? I sure showed those shepherds, didn't I? Doesn't get any more evil than me. Now spoon me, damn it, or I'll zap you into a plushie as well. There's totally still room for one more. Right there on that little sliver of open space. Do not test me. Assume the spooning position at once. Excellent work. Now, I shall take down my hair and join you. Sorry. This might take a little while. I kind of overdid it with the hairpins today. I like having lots of sharp implements in my hair in case I decide to throw down in a more analog way, you know? Like, yeah, it's loads of fun to just zap a hero into a fat, slimy toad, but sometimes I find a certain satisfaction in stabbing them through the eye with one of these hairpins instead. It's the little things in life, my florist. At long last, my raven locks may flow down my shoulders as a waterfall of evil. Tell me, O florist, have you ever seen a beauty that could match anywhere between heaven and earth? Do you really mean that? I mean, of course you do. You're so sweet. I should make you my court poet. You have such a way with words. My last one wasn't so great. Want to hear his magnum opus? Roses are red, violets are blue. I love evil. How about you? Like, to be fair, he got the spirit. I'll give him that. But it was just lacking in execution. Made me look like I was some kind of dork, which I am totally not. So I turned him into a parrot, which I regret, because now he's just flying around the tower making a huge ruckus and pooping everywhere while shouting whatever his latest poem is. And my orcs keep leaving him snacks because they think his poetry is funny. I could do better, even. Your roses are dead, your violets are too. You'd better start running before I get you too. Wait, no. You can't rhyme a word with itself. Oh, poetry is difficult. But at least I don't run around calling myself a poet. When I file my taxes, I list my occupation as cruel dictatress. Now, embrace me, florist. Hold me in your arms so that for a moment I may know peace and relaxation. Join me, and we shall let the world melt away for a while. This is nice. It feels good to be held like this. I'm just a tiny little cinnamon bun. I'm glad you're so freakishly tall. Well, I'm not short, so you must be tall. I don't need to use magic to make myself taller because I'm not short. And since you're taller than me, ergo you, florist, are freakishly tall. Now silence, I must unwind. What? Of course I eat Cheetos in bed. I'm evil. And not just any Cheetos. Oh, no, no, no. That would be crass, perhaps, but not evil. Flaming hot Cheetos, hotter than the fires of all 9 hells. Want some? Well, too bad. No eating in my bed. Hmm. Would you like to watch something on the Magic Mirror? I recorded the annual Torturers Guild Awards. Yeah, those are always trite. How about the real succubuses of Gehenna? Nah. Reality TV has been really dry lately. Oh, hey, check out this footage from the last kingdom I conquered. Look at those miserable, weeping peasants. Well, yes, they do seem to be cheering with joy, but my vizier informed me it was opposite day in that kingdom, so obviously they're bitterly lamenting their defeat as my subjects now and forevermore. Hey, what's your favorite movie? Oh, I know what we should watch. I recently created a spell that makes terrible, unnecessary, low-budget sequels to good movies. Prepare to suffer. How about we watch the sequel to Casablanca? It's called Texarkana, and it's about Rick and Ilsa getting back together off-screen, totally invalidating the ending of the last movie, and racing super modifieds in the rural Arkansas dirt track circuit. Also, Louis gets an entire monologue about how he is explicitly not bisexual. Hold me tighter, florist. And don't let go until the movie's over, or else I'll turn you into the little spoon and nibble on your ear and call you pet names. And Hey there, cupcakes. I hope you guys had as much fun listening to that script by Timeraft as I did reading it, because I love that character so much. She makes me so happy. So I hope you enjoyed her. I expect if you're still here, then you did. So if you liked it and you would like to hear more and you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because YouTube doesn't always like to tell people when I've got new content out. And I like time raft scripts. I definitely will be reading more time raft scripts. They're always good. I have some new patrons to welcome in Warwick, Marcus, Regenze, Alf Does Things, and Night Angel. Thank you all for joining me, and I'm so glad you're here. You guys came in just in time to catch me posting about the spiciest audio I've added to my Patreon with that character from the Werewolf Hunter series. Have fun with that. And also, if you're one of my patrons and you haven't done so yet, go ahead and make sure that you connect Patreon to your Discord. Do it in the settings in the Patreon app, because that will let you slide right into the patrons only server that I have and join the party, because it is always fun on there. Every month I make sure to schedule times for live voice chat hangouts with my Bakers and Pound Cakes tier members, and we have a great time. But I also drop in pretty regularly for just chatting, hanging out, sometimes jumping into voice chat on a whim when I have time. And it's fun, whether I'm there or not. It is a blast. The guys will always make you welcome. They're a fabulous group. So there are always shenanigans in that server. And speaking of shenanigans, time to read the name changes today. See, we have Gang, who is now known as Dreamy's audios are the charge for my social battery. Thank you so much, Gang. Lion in Winter, my pickle provider, which sounds ruder than it is. I'm talking about actual pickles. Changed his name to When You Speak, Angels Sing From Above. Thank you, Lion, for so many things. Quasi Crafter. A man's home is his castle, a quarter acre of the dream made possible by victory, the city of opportunists, the city of dreams. Old Bean has changed his name to The horses' hooves scrunch on the street, their eyelashes are white with sleet, and everywhere the people go, their faces are tick. I assume we'll see how that ends tomorrow. Ooh, the suspense. Duke's name is now Duke is very tired from college, but Dreamy's audios make any day better. Oh, you make any dreamy day better, Duke. Spiky Llama has changed his name too. Day 5. She teased me with ice cubes, and the feeling of the sudden chilling touch was... I'm going to see if this audio can actually get monetized. I'm going to skip that last word. We'll just... I think they know what you mean. Art is now... Fascinado por mí misma en el servidor de Zina. Te estaré viendo Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl? I think that's how it's pronounced. I can't remember. Quetzalcoatl. Te estaré viendo Quetzalcoatl. Apparently, Art is stirring things up in other servers now. He's keeping an eye on things in other servers. I'm not positive, but I think this might have something to do with cilantro, actually. He takes it very seriously when people say cilantro tastes like soap. Jules has changed his name to It Does Not Do to Dwell on Dreams and Forget to Live. I love that, Jules. But also, what are you doing to me, dude? What are you doing? You trying to scare off my listeners? You trying to send my listeners away? What are you trying to do to me? Huh. I'm gonna have Art keep his eye on you. Bellamy's name is now today's sponsor is that otter character I loved who got one audio and then forgotten. Well, that was based on an actual otter who was stealing surfboards, so when the otter stopped making the news for stealing surfboards, I ran out of material. Thank you, Bellamy. The sweet and wholesome Cap has changed his name to Christian Cleopatra. Why does it feel unexpected to me now that a person has changed their name to an actual name? And Jack has changed his name to And I Dream of You When I'm Wide Awake. And Hunter Darkwolf Marius has changed his name to On the second day of dreaminess, my VA gave to me two adorable yandere. Thank you, Hunter. I think he's got this for all 12 days. I think we're going to be hearing more of this. Sanant Sant has changed his name to Dreamy's Army Smith, and Forces is now coming to you live from an undisclosed location. And of course, a shout out to the bakers and pound cakes that I have not yet mentioned in Line Flaws, Mr. Rickles, Anand, Always Able, Goose, Kulua Bear, Cody, Pierce the Evening Star, and Tonberry Shuffle. Thank you guys so much. All of you, your support means so much to me, and I appreciate it so much. I hope you guys will all go out, have a great day, and be as good to yourselves as you are to me. I will talk to you tomorrow.